Welcome. Today's Yoga Bite is about celebrating you. So in today's class, we're going to celebrate the things we love about ourselves and our accomplishments. And we don't do that very often. But when we do that, it helps us to love others more. So the more that we can love ourselves and our accomplishments, the more that we can also do the same for others around us. So in today's class, what we're going to do is we're going to build up to a balanced pose at the end. And so we're going to be opening ourselves up for that. And we're just going to challenge ourselves a little bit. So just go with it and see what happens. Today's quote is by Lucille Ball, and it is, love yourself first, and everything falls into line. You really have to love yourself to get anything done in this world. Great quote. All right, so we're going to start at the top of our mat, and we're going to start out opening up with 3 half-sun salutations. So go ahead and come up to the top of your mat, stand in mountain pose, your feet planted firmly into the ground, and we're going to inhale and rise our arms up overhead. And we're going to exhale and fold forward. Going to inhale and halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come all the way back up. We'll do that for 2 more rounds. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold in. Inhale, come all the way back up. Once more, exhale, dive forward, looking inside. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then from here, we're going to just step back into a low lunge. So go ahead and step that right foot back, drop that right knee, untuck your back toes, and now we're in a nice low lunge here. You can come up right if you like, or you can have your hands down. Whatever feels good for you today. Just opening up our hip flexors, getting ready for our balance pose at the end. Breathing here. And then go ahead and exhale and step up to your mat, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. And inhale, come all the way back up. Now we'll do the other side. Exhale, step that left foot back, drop that left knee, untuck those back toes. Inhale and come all the way up. Stay for the exhale. Sink into that hip flexor there. And now go ahead and inhale. Come on up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise your arms up overhead. And exhale, back to mountain pose. Go ahead and step back and come back down to your belly. So you can either go through a plank pose and lower down, however you'd like to. A little plant here that's in the way. From here, we're going to do what is a wide-armed Cobra pose. So go ahead and put your hands out wider than your mat, around your chest level, forehead to the ground. And on the inhale, rise yourself up any amount into a Cobra pose with your arms out wider to the sides. Really stretch out of the hip area, pelvis area. Stretch your neck up. Make sure you leave those shoulders down in your back. Don't have them crunching up towards your ears. And exhale, lower down. Go ahead and bring your right arm in front of you, forearm on the ground. And reaching back with your left hand, grab a hold of that left foot. And go ahead and bend that in as far as you like, that you're able to, I should say. So you might be more upright, or if you're able to bring it further in. Give yourselves a nice quad stretch here. If you have really tight quads, this might be hard. So stay where it feels good for you. Exhale. And now replace that right forearm with your left forearm, and now bring your right arm behind you. And reach back, grab a hold of that right leg, and bring that in any amount. Again, that might be more up here. Let's push up your really tight quads. I have tight quads, but sometimes I can get it further down. And from there, go ahead and release that. And now we're going to go ahead and step back into a downward facing dog. So go ahead and plant those back feet, your feet, to the ground. Go ahead and stretch out here really well. You can pedal your feet if you need to. Take a couple of deep breaths here in and out through the nose. Settle into this pose. On the inhale, go ahead and look forward and step that right foot forward. I'm going to come into warrior 2. So go ahead and stand all the way up. Remember again, warrior two is with your heel to arch alignment. So heel and arch should be aligned. Bring your arms out to the sides. Inhale deeply here. Exhale, bring your hands behind you, clasp them if you're able. And from here, just go ahead and bend right down the center here. Bring your arms up overhead any amount that you're able to. Breathing here. Inhale, come all the way back up. And go ahead and plant your hands, and let's step back in a downward facing dog. On the inhale, look forward and step that left foot forward. And come on up to warrior two. I'm going to go ahead and turn around. So you go ahead and keep where you are, but go ahead and have your left foot forward and your right foot back. Come up to your warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, clasp the hands behind your back. Really open up this chest. And then exhale and fold right down the middle. Bring the arms up overhead any amount. If that is tough for you, you can always have your hands down on the ground. Inhale, come all the way back up. And we're going to step back in a downward facing dog. Inhale here and really get yourself, take a breath here. Let all that go. All right, and go ahead and sit down for just a moment here on your heels if you'd like. And for this next pose, this is our balance pose. So we're going to go into dancer pose. So if you know that balancing is difficult for you or you struggle with that, that's perfectly okay. Grab a chair, find a wall, just go with it and expect that you may fall over, and that's okay. And I will tell you I'm extra challenged today because I'm on a bit of a slope here. It's very hard to find flat ground in some of the locations I film at, and this is no exception. So I'll be challenging myself on this one. So just do your best, go with it. And if you fall over, it's okay. You're going to celebrate your accomplishment for trying it. That's what's important. Celebrate you. So go ahead and stand. And I'll start with this side. So we're going to balance on our left foot. You're going to reach back and grab a hold. And again, in this pose, come to whatever degree feels best for you. Keep in mind this is only a 10-minute class, so you've not had a ton of time to warm up. So don't be upset if you can't go deep in this pose after 10 minutes of warm up. So go ahead and reach back and grab a hold of that right foot with your right hand. You can have the left hand out to steady you in balance. Find your gaze point in front of you. And you can stay right here. This is a great balance pose. Or bring that left arm up overhead. And any amount, start to tip forward. So your left hand is coming out, left arm is coming out. Your right leg is going out and behind you. Any amount. So you can stay more upright. You can come out further. You can bring the leg up further. Just see what works for you today. Where are you at today? Breathing here. Exhale and let that go. Did you fall out? And if that's okay if you did. It's all part of the process. Okay, now we'll do the other side. So balance on that right leg. Bring your left hand back to catch your left leg. Bring that right hand out to the side here. You can stay right here. Or inhale, bring that right arm up overhead. And when you're ready, go ahead and tip forward carefully. Always make sure you have that focus point. The right arm will come out in front of you, and that left leg will come out and behind you and out back. Lifting up as high or as low as you want it to be. See what feels good for you today. And if you fall, it's okay. Come back into it. Breathing. Exhale and let that go. Great job. So we're just going to cool down real quick with 2 quick poses. Just kind of a nice seated, easy cross-legged seated position. And we're going to do what's called baby cradle. So go ahead and your left leg will be on the floor bent and your right leg is going to come up. Now if you have the range of motion, put your foot and the elbow of your left. So your right foot will be in the elbow of your left arm. And you're just going to rock that leg like a baby. Now this, you may look at it and say, there's no way. And that's okay. You can bring it up further out here. And the same thing, you're just going to rock, and this is just helping to open that hip up a little bit, and we'll release all that we just did. Go ahead and release that. And we'll just do a simple twist to the right. Left hand to your right leg, right arm behind you. Twist to the right, looking out. Come back to center, and now we'll do baby cradle on the left leg. So go ahead and leave that right leg down and bent, and then cradle that left foot into your elbow crease if that works for you. If not, again, you can have it further out. So you do what works best for you. Just giving this little hip here a little opening. And exhale, release that, and then we'll do a twist to the left. Right arm to your left knee, left arm behind you, twist to your left. And exhale and come back to center. This is a really short mini class, so I encourage you to run through that sequence a couple more times and then try dancer again and see if you're able to open up a little bit more into that pose and if you're able to come out a little bit more. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.